Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Thank you for the consistent and constant, beautiful satsangs.
Oh, this is your efforts, Maybe I might forget. I'm so forgetful, but when I see that you have posted, I have no choice.
Oh my God, I don't want to push you,
No. It's good. It's good.
I know you don't forget. It's just your niceness that you're saying that.
No, but the thing is that I have to be very honest about these satsangs, that I have nothing else to do, to be honest, to speak about in my life. I'm very honest with you, I have to say this. Rest what I speak or do is because I have to do, because I started this and I have to finish it. It's in a way like I must have desired for this body, this job, this family, whatever is happening. It must have been my prarabdha karmas and everyone's prarabdha karmas, wherever we are, whatever we are doing. But suddenly we decided, we got disenchanted, this passion, and now we want to just leave it, and we ask Bhagwan, God, enough of this role, we are tired of this role. So he's saying, okay, well, don't do this role. But when you don't do this role, you are in his absorption, you are in him. But the role has some momentum, isn't it? It will continue till this body is there. I think if you see, a lot of people, used to come to Bhagwan and ask this question, that Bhagwan, if someone is enlightened, he should disappear. And when he dies, he should disappear with the body. And there are a lot of misconceptions and so many things about knowing the self and what's going to happen with your life and body and all those things. But
actually, I was just yesterday reading that
Tukaram, yes.
Yeah, Tukaram actually disintegrated. As I was reading that story, that he was so disillusioned with his disciples because they were not paying attention to his teachings, that he went into a room, and when he didn't come out, they went to see, he was nowhere to be found. Is that right?
Look, anything can happen, and I think with one individual example, we can't generalize it. Same thing happened with Mirabai, when Mirabai was in Dwarka and she was in temple, and the king where she belonged to, they came to arrest her, to take her. She disappeared. There was only her whole body disappeared, never found. The only thing I think left was maybe her chunri or some flowers, and she disappeared. So no one could touch her. So it depends. Someone who is in his self has no desire. Otherwise, you can't be in self if you have desire. If you still have something to do with the world around you, you can't be there. That's why even if for 1 second you give your whole energy, your all intention completely to be in self, that means you have nothing to do for anyone in this world. Not for this body, not for this mind, and not for anyone through this body and mind. If you stay in that for 1 second, you are out of the game. And there is only one difference between a realized person and non-realized. Non-realized person still have something in this world to do, to accomplish. It can be very pure, good stuff, helping others or whatever, but there will be something. A person who is realized has given up his role. Whether this world stays or there is pralaya, there is destruction, there is whatever happens in this world, because he knows it's a dream and he doesn't want to be part of the dream and he has given up, and that's why he's out. Once you are out, who wants to go back to this suffering, to this dream? And a person who has no desire in this world, then if in that desireless state, if an intention arises, it will be fulfilled immediately. And that is what must have happened with Tukaram and with Mirabai and with other people who have disappeared. Because the only intention left is to stay in yourself or to talk about self. Rest of the things will continue, and you still pay attention to everything happening around you. But you as a person has disappeared and only self is there, and self loves self so much that you will not believe. The biggest bhakt, the biggest devotee of God is the person himself, because he knows what he has got. He knows what God has given. He knows what Guru has given. And so he loves it so much that nothing actually gives him that much of pleasure. He's intoxicated. He's intoxicated to a level that's why, alcohol and pleasures of having an ice cream may still be there, but nothing can compare that. How people entertain themselves by watching movies, theater. His pleasure is all inside, and it's so intense that any of these activities which people say pastime, entertainment, relaxing stuff, makes him so unrelaxed. But still he will do, because that's what he desired, and that's what the around people might be there and they might ask him to come or attend, though internally he would like to just stay alone in his own solitude. And the second best thing he would love to do is to talk about that self. Whatever comes, not talk, but if someone is interested to him to speak about or to ask about, because there is nothing else. He doesn't want to talk about dream. And you meet people, all talk about dream only, This thing happened with me, I went there, this is what I want to do, this happened to my body, I had this disease, I went to doctor, I'm building a house, I have a new car. I, all that in the dream. Everyone is talking about the dream only. And then they talk about others' dream. That this happened to this person and he is such a nasty man or he's a good man, and this all gossip, and again you and me and I. Who talks about God? Who talks about awareness? When people come to our house, we all sit together. Nobody bothers about God. Nobody asks each other that whether you are in self-abidance now, or how far are you, or what were your experience. No one. And do you think that no one has access to what you have? Are you too smart than them? Why is that? Do you think they are loving their life? If you ask me, I had no issues in my life since my childhood days until now. It's so smooth, so easy, so comfortable. Do you think Buddha has a lot of issues in his life? His wife used to be on his back all the time and scolding him. He was a prince. What issues he had? What Ramana Maharshi as a child had, what issues he had. It's nothing to do with any issues in the world. People who have issues in the world, they love this world, They want to live in this deep shit. They don't want to come out. They have suffering and suffering and suffering. They have one divorce and then the second and third, and they're looking for the fourth wife or husband. Where is the wisdom in this world? Do you think suffering gives wisdom? Only to some, not to everyone. All saints, all sages says that suffering is an eye-opener. It will move you towards God. In a way, they all are right. Otherwise, most of the people, when they are in the best of their health and finances and relationships, who cares about God? Who thinks about God? When we have suffering, then we look around, then we look into religion, what we were following or our parents were following. And then sometimes we pray to God. I know so many people who stop eating non-veg. They stop eating meat when there is suffering. They think that will help. And when the suffering ends, they start eating again. What a hypocrisy. Do you think God is happy if you don't eat few roosters and goats and then you start eating? He will be happy now. We have made God also, we just bribe everyone. Yesterday I was giving a talk at one of the Australian associations, a webinar on yoga, mental health. And this guy was telling me that when we go to temple, a lot of people in India, they say, if I earn this much, I will give this much of donation, like 2% or 5%. I couldn't believe, how can you think like this? He said, no, a lot of people because he's a businessman, he said a lot of people do that. They go to some specific temple or a place in India and they just have this sankalpa, this thought, intention that if I earn this much I'll give it to you, God. Okay, so God is accomplice in his all bad deeds. This is the way we treat God. So many people go to temple, and in temple they are just asking, they are begging, God give me good health, God give me good health to my family. One day I was sitting with some of the Christian friends and I asked them, let's do the prayer what you do. Their prayer was all begging. God give me this, God give me this, God give me this, me. How much do you want to beg? He has already given you a human birth. That's more than enough. Now it's your job to break this dream. Look within. People who go to temple, do you think they want moksha? They want liberation? They all want to be more in this illusion. They go to God so the God can give them more and they can enjoy their life as in this birth. Who wants God? Nobody wants God. And then there is a group of people who are religious, They put all those attires which a religious person puts. Some of them live as monks. They live as hermits, They all live in caves and jungles and they have ashrams. And they are always talking about that they are the best, superior. They put so many Shri Shri in before their names, 108 times in India. What is all this drama? And they hate other religions and other sects. I heard that in Kumbh Mela, which happens every 12 years in India, there are akhadas, there are people, and there is a priority list who will go first to get into the Ganges. What a shame. Organized religion will never take you. It's a political party. There's nothing there. It's your faith when you go to the temple and you feel good. Because you have love for God, and then in that stone, in that idol you see God. Because your love within, you're projecting outside. The power is within. Once you get this disease of knowing God, this is the best disease, I believe. Make it your cancer. It should spread in your each and every cell of your body and mind like cancer. It should just take over everything. All your desires, all your intentions, all your ambitions. And each and every pore of your body should say the name of God. Even when you're sleeping, it should say Ram, 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 Ram. Each and every pore of your body should take the name of God. Become that, then whether body stays or not doesn't matter. Read life of people like Mirabai, Tulsidas, Tukaram. How much love they have for God. Listen to Kabir, most uneducated person, poorest of poor, but wisdom, unlimited wisdom. I consider him as King of Kings, You know how much poems he wrote, Kabir? No one can count. 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Nobody knows. He was in 15th century. He was a Muslim, poor Muslim, weaver. Guru was Hindu, living in Banaras, Vatican of Hindus, and he blasted both Hindus and Muslims in their rituals, in their fanatic attitudes. He blasted all these fundamentalists. Can you believe this? No one can believe this. In 15th century, northern part of India was ruled by Muslim rulers, and Banaras was hub of Hindus, and he was a poor man, was fearless. He could say what he has to say. This is the beauty of that self. It has no boundaries, does not follow any rituals or rules, does not believe in this is my religion, this is your religion. And this self is fearless. It only knows love. Hate only comes from ego, and love comes from yourself, God within. Yesterday in the yoga seminar, I told that yoga is union with the God within, not set of exercises. I thought I explained very, very clearly. But can you believe after 1 hour of seminar, people were asking how to get rid of the belly? And they were talking about Indian bellies and Australian bellies. And I couldn't get that. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, our core strength is the belly should disappear. What should we do? Yoga is not making our belly disappear. I am talking to them about the disappearance of the body-mind. And after 1 hour, they are talking about the disappearance of belly. And then you are talking about Tukaram. He got so frustrated. Then what should I do myself? I should kill myself? What should I do? And they are all intellectual people, educated, listening to me for 1 hour. And I am talking about God and awareness. I am talking about Patanjali Yoga Sutras, 8 limbs of it. I am talking about Samadhi. And they are talking about belly after 1 hour. What should I do? Hit my head on the wall? To break this dream, to break this illusion, you need grace of God. I have seen, I have realized it's very difficult for normal people even to think about God, forget about the path or journey towards God. People think about everything. They're always concerned about the body. What should they eat? How the body can become more strong. And I destroyed the whole webinar at the end because I couldn't lie to them. One of the persons asked, what do you do to get healthy, stay healthy? What is your set of exercises and plan? I said, nothing. I don't do anything. I teach yoga and there might be some yoga happening at that moment. God is taking up billions of bodies. How many dogs and birds and cats are doing yoga? And who is asking to keep this body healthy? Okay, I fully agree that yoga will keep your body healthy. And then what will you do with this body? Eat more sweets, more ice creams, more wine, more indulgence, and then more yoga, and then what? Reach 80, 90, and then what? Reach 99, 100, and then what? Get more money? We are using yoga to fulfill our desires, to get rid of the belly. I don't understand. If Patanjali would be hearing all these conversations, he will cry out. He never made yoga to look beautiful only. He made yoga to disappear from this body-mind. But who is listening to him? We have regressed to an extent that even the tools which were developed to reach to the self are now being utilized. to indulge or seeking pleasure. See what the yoga gurus are doing now. They are selling toothpaste. Can you believe this? A fakir has interest in selling toothpaste? What yoga gurus are doing? They have built mansions in California. Sexual assaults. They have called their own name to that yoga. I can't believe all this. How shameful. The essence, the soul of yoga is gone. Tomorrow is International Yoga Day, 21st of June. Whole world will be doing yoga. But what yoga they are doing? Just standing upside down. No one is talking about God in the yoga. Yoga gurus are full of their ego, building big empires. Everyone stops at the level of health. I am sure all the sages from the past will be ashamed watching us. We are using tools to enjoy this materialistic world. What a pity. What a small and narrow desire. These tools would have transcended us, changed from person to God. In a way, we are contented with small desires. We are contented to stay like a beggar, begging in this dream. While the God wants you to be God, to be king. And that is what you are all. But we are happy in our limited, condensed consciousness as a person. We are happy just the body looks good and it stays for 100 years. There is no help around us. Everyone is indulged. We are all in a bar where everyone is drunk with the illusion. You need to intoxicate yourself with God, love of God. Once you are intoxicated with love of God, no other drink will work on you now. Sit here in your own silence, not desiring for anything, not even God. Because there is no one else except you. You are nothing but just pure awareness. of this awareness. Give all your attention to this awareness. You are not interested in any topic of the world. You are only interested in this awareness. All the time, be attentive to it. When you are attentive to awareness, no thought can stay there. This is the power of awareness. Source of everything. This awareness is inside the body, outside, and everywhere. And when you stay here, it will increase your love and longing for God. And all the dream around you will start fading. People are talking, but you can't hear. You see them so happy, dancing, enjoying parties, and you don't understand how they are enjoying, because that faculty of enjoyment has disappeared in you. It's not that you are sad. But this unending joy in you has taken over. And this joy is coming from nothingness. Joy is coming from this silence. Only work you have to do is to stay in this awareness. And to stay means to start with, be attentive to awareness all the time. That is practice, abhyasa, constant practice. You wake up in morning, attentive to awareness. You go to bed, attentive to awareness. You go into sleep, don't worry. But then there will be time that even in dream you will be attentive to awareness. The reason is because in dream your mind is active, but you as awareness are pure witness. And when the dream ends, the mind sleeps, known as deep sleep, but you are aware. And then the mind wakes up and the waking dream starts, but you are aware as awareness. So all these three states of waking, dream and deep sleep is not you. This is your mind, projections of the mind. You have nothing to do with all these three states. You are pure awareness. Watching these things changing and unfolding, and you are changeless. Now you are in choiceless awareness. As awareness, nothing is happening in you. There is deep peace, silence, unconditional love for everything, and endless joy. You are uninvolved in all these vagaries of the mind happening in 24 hours. You are pure witness to everything. You are innocent. Like a child. You have compassion for everyone because you know they are still in dream. And all that dream talk, what is happening in the world, you have zero interest. Because the mind, which is associated with this awareness, might be still active, but not being feeded from the source of awareness anymore. Because the middleman has disappeared, the ego, which was interested for this mind to flourish, to move out, to acquire objects, to be attracted to objects, to acquire things, to be attached to things, to hate things. All those activities of the mind were done by a middleman called as ego. That ego turned inward and has put all attention to the awareness and has completely dissolved. Mind has no direction now. Direction to go out and pick up things. So no work left for mind. Mind is in restful state, in the blissful state. mind which was always busy about the body, to take care of the body, has left everything to awareness. And awareness is impersonal. Awareness is taking care of all the bodies, plants, animals, rocks, earth, moon, sun, water. Taking care of one extra body is not a problem. What a misconception we all have that this ego, this mind was taking care of this body. That misconception has now dropped. You are in pure awareness. Nothing needs to be done. It's like you are in examination hall, finishing your exam. The duration exam was 3 hours. You finished in 2 hours. Now what will you do? Nothing. How much relief it is when you are not doing anything. No responsibilities. If things happen, they happen. If not, that's the way it has to be. As pure awareness, you watch the body as it moves. And somehow it moves in the best possible way. In the hands of divinity, it is in complete harmony with the power behind everything. You as awareness has no intention to change anything. Things unfold in their own way. So many things might still happen through this body. But you have no role to play. There is no doer anymore. It is like a train without a driver. Autopilot. And it's functioning much better now. Because the intentions of the pilot who was driving this could have disrupted it. when the driver was there, because of his anger, he might drive it fast. He can also create accidents. But now it's in the divine hands. It's working exactly the divinity wants it to function in the most harmonious way. You are formless, pure awareness. Pure presence. Completely empty. All the acts of pleasure seeking, entertainment, which we do because the mind becomes bored, have nothing to do with you. You are so happy and contented that any type of entertainment or pleasure-seeking behavior is like a ripple, like a wave in this deep ocean, only disturbing it. Now you know that you were always this ocean, ocean of peace, ocean of silence. Waves were your superficial projection from which you are free now. You can still become a wave, but you will never forget that you are the ocean. You just have to dive once into this ocean. Even 1 second of dive is enough, because it will suck you in. For 1 second, if you give up everything, what you think you are free. Walk in the life as you are a dead person, unattached, uninvolved, like a ghost, nobody knows, no say. Live as you have no rights in your life, accepting whatever is being offered to you. Not with annoyance, but with gratitude and thankful gesture. Accept everything and have no expectations from anyone. If you live like this, you're not giving any work to the mind. And so you can put all your attention to awareness. When you're walking and seeing things and seeing people, see as if you're not seeing. See them with loving eyes, but not with greed, not with picking up things, getting attracted to objects and people. There is two types of seeing. One is you see people and you just give love to them, love from your eyes, from your gesture. And the second is you're trying to extract something from that person, how that person can be useful to you. He can help you to build up your empire, or he can help you to entertain you. Whatever it is, you have no interest. Your interest in everyone is same. You don't want anything from anyone. And you're not there to give anything to anyone, but you can't help. That giving keeps happening in form of love. And this love has no boundaries. Even without seeing a person, from a distance this love can reach. This love is without intention. This love is very different from the love which people think when they love one person. This love is coming from that silence. From the grace of that silence within us. This love is coming from that ecstasy within, of knowing your true nature. all the energy which was going into that mind, the ego, has disappeared. It's now only awareness, formless, pure, blemishless. This awareness is waiting for you all the time to dissolve your mind, to dissolve your ego. Just look within, pay attention to it, and get dissolved. Dissolving of this ego is the true yoga. Not the set of postures on the mat. They are only gymnastic. This is coming back home, meeting the Lord is becoming the Lord. That is coming home. When you love the God within, it rubs you, turns you into the same. And that all that love for God becomes love for everyone. And this is infinite love, never ending. It's like you go to a bank, get some cash. Now you have the jackpot. You are in the mint. You have all that cash of love overflowing. The barrier, the obstacle, the channel known as ego has disappeared. Now the gates of the dam are open, and now it will flood you with all this love. Don't stop. Keep going deeper and deeper. And keep thanking God with folded hands, full of gratitude and humbleness. Except saying thank you, you can't do anything. Shanti, Shanti.